Hey Larry, I'm checking out Zoho here. This is their cloud-based version. I guess they no longer have the self-install, for administering on your own server, but it's all right. Zoho seems to have quite a bit of what we need. Um, this is the main home control panel area, and you can see that you can migrate from another CRM, send invites. This personalize is to customize the way your modules look. Here's your web forms for pushing leads out and bringing them in. They all have this rather than using the forms that we have, John. I do recommend that at some point, once we get settled with the CRM, that we would use the CRM's internal web form application. It'd be a lot easier for management. Those forms will come in without any issues. Again, I don't need to play hero, so to say, and make things work. So I mean, I'm primarily looking for a complete solution for us, and a lot of these free CRMs have most of what we need, but are missing certain elements that we also need. I guess that's the one caveat. The visitor tracking, obviously, it's about tracking your website. I don't know how well it works in Zoho, and this may be part of the professional. If you see up here, I have the free is converted back after the professional trial. Your inbox, this is your email. Again, like they all have this now. So let's kind of go from the top. Obviously, this is home. This is for creating tab groups. These are tabs up top here, like feeds. This is your daily feed when things are going on. This is where you check. This is kind of like your journal. I went and I made a couple of entries already. Leads. This is pretty interesting. Larry, this is for us for importing leads. The question that you asked before. So this is what I'm used to, the simplicity of most CRMs. It's real easy. You import your leads by using an XLSX file, a CSV, or a vCard file. Over here it does tell us some of the limits and some of the import nodes to say what fields. So what we would need to do is we would need to create the necessary fields that are used in the leads. Accounts, same kind of thing. You can import accounts, but I don't really see us importing accounts. Don't think we have anything we need to do that for. Contacts. What I'm finding in the CRMs now, because this isn't the only one I looked at so far today, contacts is a completely different tab and a completely different classification. Contacts simply are contacts. It's your phone book. It's your email list. Essentially, like here, excuse me, I set up this one contact. Here are all your details. And what you do is you follow your contact through all of these things. If you have any attachments, like you can attach a document, you can upload a file, a Zoho doc, which I'm not even sure yet. Out of your Google Drive, you can link a URL. Deals, this is for striking deals. Now, I'm not so sure that you're going to need this. I think this is more along the lines of, big sales, selling some type of equipment or machinery or something along those lines. Whoops, sorry, go back to contacts. But you'll see that all this stuff echoes up in these tabs for each of these contacts. Now you can send an email directly, but we have to set up our email stuff in here. Let's back out just to the main, all the way at the top, the main area of contacts. You could search. I mean, they're all like this, obviously, but this is just a little bit simpler. You could search by the activities, the email status, all the way down. They have everything pretty much built in there. It looks like you could add some of the stuff. But here's a sorting by alphabetical order. You can delete mass email, schedule a mass email. Let's see the Zoho sheet view. Take the records. Let's not do that right now. Okay, so we'll go now to accounts. And we'll create an account. Where's the view? Create an account. There you go. You can import an account from outside as well, but your leads, kind of the same thing. They all have the same similar, but when you're looking at an account, there's one thing that you'll notice. Phone, fax, website, their symbol, ownership, employees, their SIC code, if you have a SIC code, their address for the billing and everything, that's all in here. But this is the pro version. I don't know if the free version displays all this in your account list, in your account view. We'll assume that it does for now. Activities are simply creating events and creating tasks. A task is like anything, any other task creation program. You prioritize it, you get your status. This is kind of along the lines of like a project management flow, I see. Now events, same type of thing. This is where you put your meetings and calls, or I have to run to the bank, be back at lunch, whatever. That's what you do there. Creating a phone call. You can create your phone calls. You start and stop a call timer, which is great. This is can give us an overview at the end of the week, the month, the quarter, or however we want to measure it, on how much time did you spend on the phone. I mean, to the second. So this is really good. You'll be able to look back and start to look at behaviors of the potential clients, whether it was inbound or outbound. Reports are pretty good. I mean, there's all kinds of reports in here. I mean, everything. This is favorite reports you set up, how you like to see them. But all kinds of reports. Invoice, sales, check-in reports, email reports, you name it, it's in here. They've thought of everything. I mean, stage versus deal, that's pretty good. But I think you move kind of rapidly. You may not even benchmark that. If it's a roofing guy that you want to bring in for 5 leads a month, by the time you're done tracking the stage of the sale versus the deal type, you could already be well past the part of the funnel that you need to qualify that for. These are your different dashboards now. The dashboards are where you actually view your stuff. So like here's your leads, right? Well, I don't have any leads in here yet. So what do I have? Accounts by industry. Here, I put a campaign in here. I started a campaign. I'll show you that in a second. But you can see, add your actual accounts. Accounts without deals, accounts with deals. Add your contacts. Contacts without deals. How's that? Add that in there. There you go. And that takes you right. I don't know why it's logging me back in, but okay. Alright, takes you into the subsection. Some of this stuff is new. I haven't gone through the entire thing. I've just gone through the basic functionality. Products, this is what we were talking about before, John. Creating your products is, I think, pretty important. we add in all of the different leads, and that way you'll be able to run run billing on these guys. So here's the October promotion. This is campaigns. I just set it up, gave it a name, gave it in actual costs of how much to run it. That's when you're figuring out you have an expected revenue and then a budgeted cost, and then the actual cost you can figure out after you get all of your information together. This is for an email campaign. Type email, and then what you do is add your attachments, leads, deals, everything that you need for this deal will be in, or not for this deal, for this promotion will be in here. Projects, I haven't really looked at that yet, but this is a project management, sales project management tool. This probably isn't in the free version. Okay, this is your website tracking, and cases are, if there's a customer case, somebody has an issue, you can record it in here. And then a solution to the case, provide the solution. Price book's pretty cool, but this will be more along the lines of you're maybe selling, again, office furniture or something. Use your price model, and you set this all together. Nice little page layout. It's pretty comprehensive. Sales orders, purchase orders, and invoices. This is the great part, guys. You set up invoices here, right? Terms and conditions, all this other stuff. We'll have to, mess around with this, but I think this is pretty cool. See that I don't have any accounts. But anyway, here's your invoicing. Invoicing then goes in on the account. Then you're able to track what's paid, what's not paid, what's pending. This is very important, like you said, John, and this is what piqued my interest in Zoho this time around, because I saw this when I was looking at it earlier. I think this is big. Then over here we have, this is kind of the jump list. You can add a lead, add an account, add a contact, add a deal without having to go through any of this stuff. It's just, it's real quick. Vendors, this is another big thing. John, you can keep track of all the vendors. For instance, lead gen, wholesalers, whatever, their email, the account, sales, software, hardware, rental, sales, other, for your general ledger. This is great. This is going to allow you to track everything that you need. This is a setup admin kind of bar for users and control and security control. And set up a user in here. It's very easy to get to. So that's the overview. It's got a lot to offer, I think, but there's a couple others that we'll go over. Alright, guys, so after we go through all these, we'll make a decision, I suppose. I like the functionality of the Zoho, I like the simplicity, and I like that it's hosted with them. It's a cloud solution. So alright, on to the next one.